Hi everyone, thank you for joining. My name is Kathryn Miller. I'm the Service Insights Manager at the Food Bank of the Southern Tier, and I'm here to give you an update on the Service Insights and Fresh Trak program and our anticipated transition. So many of you have probably heard about this, but I know some of you are new, so may not have. Food Bank of the Southern Tier has been using a software called Fresh Trak since 2017, I believe, at this point, so about 5 years. And there is a transition coming up, but we don't need to panic. I'm going to talk to you more about that transition during this conversation. So Service Insights is the name for an initiative across Feeding America's network to collect client information electronically during intake and then get insights from that data. There are multiple secure customizable platforms that can be used with Service Insights, and the one we've been using is Fresh Trak, but it's not the only one. And Service Insights as a whole, the goal is to provide pantries and food banks with knowledge to target hunger relief initiatives to community needs. So as you can see here, Fresh Trak is what we are currently using, and we will be transitioning to the new version, which will be called MealConnect. And it will actually probably be called Service Insights on MealConnect. The data will all be imported over from Fresh Trak, and a lot of the theory behind it is the same, but it will be a new and improved version from what we've all been using. So the background is that we've been hearing for years that there will be improvements coming to Fresh Trak, which used to be called Pantry Trak. About a year ago, Feeding America acquired Fresh Trak, and then they designed a new platform with food bank and agency input, and they are calling it Service Insights on MealConnect, like I mentioned. So Service Insights on MealConnect is currently available, and some food banks are using it across the US. But not every feature that we need as a food bank and agencies is available yet. So we're currently waiting on those features for that transition. So the timeline we're anticipating at this point is that from now through August of 2022, we, as a Service Insights team, will survey and meet with all Fresh Trak agencies to discuss this transition. So you're starting that process now by watching this video. At the end of August, we will stop onboarding new agencies to Fresh Trak. So at that point, if you have not been onboarded, you're waiting until we start adding folks to the new platform. In February, approximately, of 2023, we're thinking we'll have a pilot group of small number of agencies that transitions over to this new platform, Service Insights on MealConnect, to kind of work out any kinks and get an advanced look at the system and be our forefront agencies there. Then April to June, we'll transition the rest of the agencies over from Fresh Trak to Service Insights on MealConnect if you are not in the pilot group. And then in July of 2023, we would anticipate being able to start onboarding new agencies to Service Insights on MealConnect. So those are agencies that were never using Fresh Trak. And just to remind you, in case you haven't heard or in case it's been a while, some of the really cool new features that are better on Service Insights from MealConnect on MealConnect versus Fresh Trak. The TEFAP attestation feature is built into the intake process instead of on this separate screen, so you're not going to have to go and look for the pink highlighted e-signature tab. It takes care of it for you. We will be able to merge duplicate client records, which has not been able to happen for about 3 years at this point. So I know a lot of you will be excited for that. So that means when you've created an extra account for Susan Food and you didn't realize she already had an account in the system, we can finally combine those so she just has one and you don't need to keep worrying about choosing the correct account. Barcodes / the key tags that we used to use will be easier to use with this system. You're going to be able to customize additional questions, and we'll get into that later in this survey and in another video as well. But a lot easier to customize that for your agency and to track additional services if your agency chooses to. They'll use Tableau dashboards so that you can actually see visual reports right on the new system. So not just a list of data points and numbers, but you're seeing some actual visualizations and graphs. So that'll be really exciting. And you can edit or view household information without creating a new visit. And you don't need to worry about going back in and canceling or anything like that. So I know a lot of you will be looking forward to that. So the next steps in this transition process. First of all, we want you to fill out a survey, which hopefully you're already about to do if you're getting this video. This is going to give us, as a Service Insights Fresh Trak team at the food bank, information to help us set up your account correctly in the new platform so that everything is smoothly set up from the get-go and you are able to transition easily over to this new platform. So the survey is going to ask a few different things. It's going to ask about some optional questions that you can potentially add for your agency if you're interested. Other events and distributions and services that you may need to track. Interest level in barcodes or key tags, which we used to use pre-COVID and may go back to. And then some information about how many of your volunteers and staff are actually using Fresh Trak or need to be trained on it to help us understand how many folks we'll need to transition over. And just a little more information about how you think that your agency would best be transitioned over, what support you'll need from us, any questions or concerns there. And then after the survey, we want you to schedule a meeting with us. So you can book it on Calendly. There will be a link specifically to that, but basically this is an app that will, or website that will automatically sync to Kayla's and my calendar. So you know that you're booking a slot that's available on our calendar and we don't have to go back and forth and say, hey, are you free on Friday at 1 p.m. And we don't have to go through all of that. You just book it and you're set. And then you can invite some other guests from your food pantry or your partner agency if you choose, but just to keep it manageable and not have too many cooks in the kitchen, we'd say try not to have more than 3 people from your pantry attend. You are welcome to have it just be yourself, you, the site coordinator, but you can include some other, high-level volunteers or staff if you want as well. If you think that you need to have more than 3 people from your pantry, reach out to us and let us know. We might be able to make an exception, but just trying to keep things manageable. And then in this meeting, we're planning to talk through the information that you've given us on the survey and make sure that, learn a little bit more about that so that I can set up your account and you're all set to go. Figuring out, how we're going to transition your agency over and what type of assistance will be needed, like we talked about earlier. Talking with you to see if you're interested in being part of that pilot group or, if it seems like a good fit or if you just want to wait until, jump on with the rest of the agencies and a few months after that pilot group, and then answering questions or concerns that you have about Fresh Trak right now and about this transition process in the new platform. Okay, so that is this brief introduction about the transition. If you do have any initial questions, once you go through this survey or as you're doing it, feel free to reach out. But looking forward to having this meeting with you, in the next few months. So that we can really talk this through as well. So I think it'll be really good overall. I think a lot of really nice things with this transition and the new platform that many of you have been waiting for. We just want to make sure that it's all handled properly so that you all can keep doing your job and getting food to people in need, and we can keep supporting you. All right, have a good rest of your day.